From the Sunshine State, this is Tampa Bay's Tan Talk.
Alrighty, Yahoo prediction already coming true. Plus, Google invades the home. And more insanity from Amazon. And, of course, our usual freebies, so stay tuned.
Rocketed from the dying planet Microsoft, raised by a kindly couple in the small town called Wazville, your PC hero grew strong knowing one day he would be the one to fight computer malware and ignorance. In his secret identity of mild-mannered tech reporter Alan Barebi, he fights for truth, justice, and the Jobsian way. And now, the one, the only, your PC hero.
Welcome, everyone, to your PC Hero, coming to your rescue every single week. And don't forget to check out the website, yourpchero.com, where not only do we put all the links to every single thing we discuss on the show, we also have a giant question mark button on the right-hand side where if you click it, you can ask us any question. We will answer every single one, but only one gets chosen to be on the show every single week. And that winning question may win a prize. You can also call in and argue with us or tell us we're crazy. Our local numbers are 727-441-3000. Toll free is 866-826-1340. And the man who's going to tell you crazy is, of course, my partner in crime, the baddest man in technology, the shogun of technology, Mr. Andre.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
You know what, Alan? Google must be doing something right because I Googled the baddest mofo low down around this town,
Yeah.
and only pictures of me came up.
The problem was you're wearing a dress. That's the big problem.
No, that's a whole other Google search, baby. That's a whole other Google search.
All right.
That's
I don't
right.
Even want, I can't even.
That's right, and
I
that's
can't
not a
remove
dress,
that image
baby.
from my eyes.
That's not a dress, baby. That's Japanese shogun stuff.
Okay, sure.
All right.
If that's what you want to call it.
That's what it is.
All right. Well, speaking of crazy, you know we love some Jeff Bezos, don't we?
I love Jeff, man. He's an incredible guy.
He's the closest thing we have to Jobs in this day and age.
Yeah.
Well, you brought me this story, so why don't you introduce it? This one, I heard it from you. I thought you were crazy, and then the more I think about it, I go, this may be genius.
Yeah, it is genius, bro. What it is, man, is this is like Christmas all year round.
Uh-huh.
Especially for guys like you who
Right.
like receiving mindless, idiotic garbage in the mail that you may or may not want to buy because,
Okay.
you usually buy a lot of gadgets. You're a big fan of Amazon. You've always been a big fan of Bezos, right?
Yes.
So basically what Amazon is proposing now is that they are going to send you stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not just send you stuff that you paid for.
Right.
They're going to send you stuff based on what you like, whether you ask for it or not.
I know.
And it's going to come right to your door, come right to your house. You're going to have this little box from Amazon. You're going to open it up, and you're going to say, oh, this is great, man. I got this wonderful new surprise.
Uh-huh.
And then they're going to ask you to pay for it.
If you want it.
If you want it.
Right.
Right. If you don't want it, they may just give it to you.
Uh-huh.
They may just give it to you.
Now, this is what's amazing is that, they've done a great job with it. If you like this, they recommend this and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty accurate, except when you have more than one user. Like, for example, my mom uses my Amazon account. So now Amazon thinks I have all these romance novels that I should be buying.
So like all the women's underwear that's going to come to your house is really not yours.
That's exactly.
But you're going to keep it anyway, right?
Right. But if they are able to do this and do it right, this could be very interesting. For example, you love The Crow.
I do.
All right. So let's say you bought a Crow graphic novel.
Right.
They may send you an action figure. You never know.
Yeah, you don't know.
And they may think 1 out of 2 chance you're going to keep it and buy it.
And you know those 3 million Shogun action figures with the Kung Fu grip that they still have in stock? You remember those?
The ones
The ones where the hands glow? You remember those?
Okay.
They may start sending those to you, Alan, because I know you are my biggest fan.
There's no question about that.
And you're going to buy every one of them.
There's no question about that. But this is absolutely crazy.
No, bro. Crazy like a fox.
Yeah.
You have to admit, this is a great idea. I mean, you tell me something. If they send you something in the mail, and you're a guy that just shops around and buys stuff at
All the
random,
time,
you're an
yeah.
impulse buyer.
Yes.
So really what he's doing is the same thing that like a lot of other stores do where you've got impulse buys. Somebody sends you something, it's like, do I really want to send that back? I mean, this is really something I'm interested in. You know, if somebody sent me like a Pebble watch, I wouldn't go out and buy one necessarily. But like if I opened it up and I was like, hey, you know, this is intriguing, you know, I might keep it.
Right.
I might actually keep it.
Right.
So the question becomes, you know, how cost effective is this going to be?
Can they make money doing this?
Yeah. But you know they're going to make money because the guys that are impulse, I mean, there's people that sit in front of their TV and just buy stuff off the internet all day long. You know? I mean, they just buy stuff left and right.
Right. Now, here is what I would think they would do. Maybe they would include it in order you're already getting shipped. So they're not getting really hit hard with the shipping.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you bought the book in the book box, there'd be something else.
But, you know, I don't think he really cares about that. I mean, he's been one of the
clearly
guys. No, he's been one of the guys
Yeah.
that you look at, and with some of the ideas and concepts he's come up with, it's like, how is this guy making money? How is he not losing money? But, you know, with them, it's never been about, you know, it's never been about how much shipping money can we make, how much handling can we charge. It's always been about, you know, let's be the guys that sell everything, you know, that sell every kind of product out there, you know. And there's going to be guys like you that are going to do that, bro. You're
And
going
you
to
know
buy
what?
stuff.
It's a little scary because you're right. He's not making a lot of profit. Some of the things he's doing doesn't make any sense on an economic level. And you're wondering, is he doing this to drive out the competition and then he'll start hitting you up with price increases? That's the part that scares me a little bit, but the
But,
guy's
you know, it's
smart.
been years, bro, and it hasn't happened.
I know.
It has not happened.
One thing that he did crush is he crushes the unions. You know?
Yeah?
Unions have, like every other big business, they're not a fan of labor unions. And, you know, here you go. Amazon, they try to get unionization in the warehouse, and boom, they were shot down. And they are not letting the unions get a foothold in any of their locations. They are destroying these guys.
Well, you know, they have to. Because, you know, when you're, you know, and I hate to say this because I'm not anti-union. Don't get that from what I'm saying here. But usually when you have unions, costs go up, bro. The cost to employ the average worker goes up.
Yeah.
You know, unions are not about paying people minimum wage. They're about higher percentages, a lot more money. You know, I mean, union cashiers, man, they make $20-30 an hour just for scanning something that, you know, not downplaying the cashier's role.
Right.
But they make a ton of money, man, better than most IT guys.
And what ends up happening is that the costs go up, so they start hiring people, less and less people. That's what
Right,
ends up
or
happening.
they offshore everything to where they don't have to pay for it.
Well, one area that they're not having a lot of success in, and it's very, very interesting because, of course, it's our people over in Europe, specifically France, is they initiated an anti-Amazon law. Have you heard
course.
about this?
No, I had not.
All right. Well,
Because I don't follow the French.
right. Well, they follow you, bro.
I know they do. They have to.
But they call it Le Shogun.
Le Shogun.
That's
yes,
right.
That's like Royale with cheese, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right. Well, a few years back, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the law. They initiated a law. I think it was called the Long Law or the Lang Law. And what it was is they were trying to protect the independent booksellers.
Right.
So they prevented all the big guys like Barnes & Noble and Borders and whatever, the big box guys, from being allowed to sell a new book for more than 5% less than the cover price.
But you know what doesn't make sense about this? Is really, okay, now Amazon is selling the writer's
It
books.
was a Lang Law, yeah.
They're selling the publisher's books.
Right.
So the guy that wrote the book is getting royalties anyway from every sale of the book. So
Right.
basically, if they're going to pass a law like this, all it's going to do is limit the guy from making profits on one of the
No,
biggest...
but here, again, well, actually, if you think about it, not necessarily the case. Because, for example, like I said, they're trying to protect the small booksellers because that's part of their culture. So if a Barnes & Noble can't sell, let's say, a $20 book for more than 5% less than the cover price, any bookseller can compete with that. So you're not going to go to Barnes & Noble for a cheaper price on the book because they're not allowed to sell it cheaper than that. So, Joe Schmo's bookstore can sell it at the exact same price. Right? So that means they're actually selling the books at a higher price because there isn't this crazy discounting. So if the book is sold at a higher price, the author is getting more.
Right. So that's
And
good
now,
for the
but
author.
Amazon gets around it because Amazon is not a local company. So what they were doing is they were, had the free shipping. And that was the thing that was killing the bookstore. So now this Amazon law is you can't have both. You either have free shipping or 5% less, but you can't do both. And that came into play.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't believe. I mean, there's so many ways to circumvent that. I'll ship you a bookmark for free, and I'll just throw the book in there. So, obviously that's not costing you anything. It's almost, to me, this is really just the epitome of ridiculousness, and it's not benefiting anybody. Maybe it does benefit the small brick and mortar shops, but you know what? Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, this happens on such a small percentage of books that it's not helping them maintain or sustain themselves anyway. They're all going the way of the dodo bird.
Well,
they're all dying out irregardless of this law. It may protect them in France, but who's buying French books anyway?
A lot of people in France, bro.
Yeah, but that's it.
All right.
Well,
we go from one big guy on the block, Amazon, and Jeff Bezos, who's doing some amazing, crazy things, but at least they're refreshingly different. I will say that.
Crazy like a fox, baby. That's all I can say.
We'll see how it works out. Crazy like a fox.
Hey, it ain't hurting them so far.
We go to another big company that I love their products. I use it all the time, but some of the things they're doing is scaring the heck out of me. The first thing that scared me, and we're talking about Google, was when they bought the Waze mapping app. You were in favor of it. I was against it because it felt like it was going to be a monopoly. Now they buy Nest. Remember Nest?
Oh, of course I remember Nest. We saw them at CES.
Right.
They were there.
Great, very cool company. They make a great product. It's the Nest thermostat. The features are too lengthy to go into, but it revolutionizes the thermostat in your house. It's just unbelievable. Made by ex-iPod Apple guys.
Right.
So the user interface is great.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Very, very cool. Very pretty. Well, now Google bought them.
Yes, they did.
$3+ billion.
Yes.
Why do you think they bought them?
Because Google needs to compete in other areas besides just being a search engine. That's why. They need to convert. They've got a lot of other companies that, like Amazon, that could very easily migrate into any of the different things that Google is doing right now.
Okay.
They've got enough of a presence. What if Amazon decide to have their own search engine? Based on, let's say, all of the Amazon content that's out there. What if they made everything that they house searchable?
I don't know if they could because Amazon searches really stink.
But I'm just saying, what if they did? You know what I'm saying? That would infringe a lot on what Google is doing.
Okay.
Google is they've got to find other ways of making income. And they know that Amazon has been extremely, extremely successful with the product market. Right. Google has apps. They've got some other things going on. They've got the Google Glasses now. So why not extend that into other devices? They're looking for, options with mobility, being able to, start doing their own OSs and stuff on, different other mobile devices other than just the Android on phones and things.
I disagree.
I totally disagree.
I disagree, and I'm going to kick your butt
disagree
right
that
now.
you disagree.
Okay. Well, I think there's only two possible reasons.
I think you're wrong.
That Google buys Nest.
You lie.
I'm telling you right now. Here are the two possible reasons. One, innocuous, and one, potentially dangerous. Okay? Giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Which you'll never do.
I'm going to give it. There's a possible that not only did they buy a great device and great, now they have a smoke detector. It's also pretty cool, whatever.
Yeah, and now they have bought a great device.
They don't really sell products, so I'm suspicious, but
they sell
these
those
are the
hideous
guys,
glasses.
Those stupid glasses.
Yes.
Let's face it. One thing Google is not known is for usability.
And can I say something? If you thank you. If you own a pair of those glasses, I just want you to know that if you think you look cool in those glasses, You don't.
Don't cross paths with the Le Shogun because he's going to knock him off your face.
Yes, because you look ridiculous in those things.
They really are bad.
Yes,
but
they're horrible.
let's face it, they're not great designers, they're not great interface people. Now they got two former top-notch guys from Apple, the guys who were very instrumental in developing the iPod. So maybe they feel they're getting some great design sensibility and usability from having the company under the Google umbrella. That's the innocent reason I'm going to say they bought it. Okay? Now, you want to know what I really think they bought it?
Yes, I want to know why you really think. Another one of these great conspiracy theories that I'm going to stick in my closet with all the other ones that you proposed.
When you find out I'm true, it's true. It's going to be too late.
Yes.
Okay?
All right. Okay, go ahead. Throw it at me.
They've got all your information right now on the internet.
Right. So they've got everything
now they want
already
it in
anyway.
the house. Now they want the information in the house because Nest is a connected device.
Right.
Okay? So now not only do they know everything you do on the internet, they're going to know what you do in your house. Okay? And how long you're in your house and what temperature and everything else that they could possibly get. It's a gateway into the home. Don't be surprised. Google starts getting into appliances and, having Android on refrigerators and everything else. This is the reason I think they're doing this.
I think we saw some of that at CES. With the smart countertops and all that. Those are all internet-enabled devices. And the lady also told us that the refrigerator was internet-enabled.
Right.
So, it's already there. That is not going to be avoided regardless of what products they buy or what they do.
I'm not saying it's avoided, but having one company have all that information, I don't know why the government lets them do everything they're doing. It's like, what happened to anti-monopoly fighting?
Bro.
You know what I mean? It's just like they let them do everything. Oh, you want to buy this? Okay, go ahead. You want to buy your competitor? Go ahead. It's like we don't even try to even review it and see if it should go through.
I want to get a picture of you with your aluminum hat on, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Would it not stop you from sucking your brainwaves?
We'll see. Like everything else.
I want to see that with
down
the
the
aluminum
line, you'll
foil.
find out I'm right.
With the aluminum foil football helmet with the antenna on top, blocking them from stealing your brainwaves.
Okay.
Right?
All right. It's only paranoid if they're not out to get you.
They are out to get you.
That's
Trust
right.
me.
They are
That's
out
right.
to get
They
me.
want you. You in particular.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. We'll see. Anyway, when we come back from our break, we're going to talk about some more somewhat disturbing news, and we have an interview with Rochelle Stevenson from SDSELITE.com. So stay tuned.
I used to hate getting cuts because the stinky stuff Mom used hurt worse than the cut. But now my mom uses CariCure Skin Protectant and it doesn't sting at all. Mom says that's because it's a water-based liquid bandage and doesn't have any chemicals. I can even swim in the pool and it doesn't come off. I've seen Dad use it on his running blisters and when he cuts himself shaving. He says he likes that it stops bleeding when he cuts himself. You should tell your mom to get CariCure. It's in the first aid aisle at Kroger. CariCure, healing the way nature intended.
All right, people, you love the show and now you want to help and you want to make some money too. You can come to your PC Heroes Rescue. We are hiring, that's right. We are looking for a salesperson. Part-time hours, full-time income, you cannot beat it. What do you think, Sho?
You can't make money any easier than this. This is like shooting ducks in a barrel here. All you got to do is come on here, get your dulcet tones on the phone, make a couple of phone calls from us, and the next thing you know, you're going to be rolling in barrels of money.
So if you want to apply for a job here with your PC Hero, all you got to do is go to the website, hit the Contact Us button, and let us take care of the rest. YourPCHero.com, come to our rescue.
Is your computer running slower every day? Tried those speed up your PC scams you saw on TV? Do you just need help but don't know who to call or to trust? Well, Your PC Hero is here to come to your rescue. Contact Your PC Hero by calling 813-793-7462 or emailing us at help@yourpchero.com. That's 813-793-7462 or email at help@yourpchero.com. Your PC Hero to the rescue.
This is Your PC Hero, and everyone who listens to my show knows how much I love the little guy, the cool tech startup, the people who are doing fun things on the internet, even offline businesses that are using the internet to promote their stuff. Well, if you have a business or a cool story that you want to talk about on my show, then give me a call at 813 813-444-3761. That's 813-44-HERO1. And you too can be on Your PC Hero. How exciting is that?
No more excuses. Get your business online and let your PC Hero come to your rescue with your domain, hosting, and traffic building needs. Your trusted name on the radio is also your only choice for domain registration, website and email hosting, and tools to generate online traffic. Go to yourpchero.biz for more information. That's yourpchero.biz to the rescue of your biz.
Does your business need a website and professional level email, but you do not have the budget for it, or you think you don't? Well, I have the solution for you. KRBWeb.com. That's right, KRBWeb.com. For as low as $6 a month, that's right, $6 a month, you can get website hosting, email with your domain, a free domain name, and it has a built-in website builder, so you don't even need a web designer. So get started, get your business on the internet at KRBWeb.com.
Have a question? Call in. Our numbers are 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340. That's 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340.
All righty, your PC Hero.
Baby, hot like sake wine.
You know it.
Like you ever had hot sake wine, bro?
I've had hot sake wine. I love it.
Nothing like sake su, though.
No, that's a completely different story for another show.
Completely different story for another show. Not this one. That's
right.
Pop culture, baby.
Yeah,
and it's the finest.
That's right. Well, don't forget, everybody, go to yourpchero.com. We'll have all the show links up on the website shortly after the show is airing. We also have a giant question mark button on the right-hand side. You can click on it, ask us any question. You can even ask love questions to the Shogun.
Yes.
We answer every single one. I bear no responsibility for his answers. And then we only pick one question to be on the show every single week, and that question may win a prize.
And you have to be at least 18 years old to hear my answers.
That's
okay?
right. Yeah,
at least a minimum of 18 years old.
Extensive screening and mental screening also.
That's right.
All right, well, before we get into any further topics, we have a very special guest with us today, Rochelle Stevenson. Rochelle, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I'm finally glad we're able to hook up. Tell me a little bit more about your company and what it does.
Okay. Well, Software Development Services has actually been around since 2006 as a cloud computing and consulting service, and we are taking a new direction to offer agent services also.
Okay.
Yeah. And go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Continue.
Well, what we're doing is a little bit different. We're working with the top 15% of IT professionals in the field, and instead of being a recruiter or a staffing agency, we thought, well, why not do what the talent agencies do and treat them as the talent that they are. And so we've taken a different spin on the traditional models that have been used in this industry and thought, well, why wouldn't a different model work? Why wouldn't a model that has represented talented professionals in other industries, why wouldn't it work here?
All right, well, before we get into that a little bit further, what's your IT background? I mean, how did you come to this company and get started here?
I was in sales and marketing and business development for the past 5 years, and my husband is actually a software developer, and being married to him and him working out of the house, I heard a lot about the industry, and I thought, well, I'd always like to get involved and apply my skills in his direction. And this gave me the perfect opportunity to do that, because now I can represent other software developers, like the one that I live with, and help them to get better representation in the market.
Have you found it different working in this IT world? I mean, has there been some challenges?
Yeah, it's definitely challenging. It's interesting because the way that the market is set up in the IT world is completely different than the way you would treat talent in or professionals in any other industry. It seems to be really commoditized more than it should be, and so we we're trying to work around that and kind of, change the way that the dynamic of that power structure to make the developer have more of a say in the direction of their career.
All right. Well, I got my co-host here, the baddest man in technology, the Shogun, Andre. He's got a question for you.
Sure.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, so walk me through your process. I mean, how exactly do you guys do what it is that you do?
Well, that's a good question. Basically, we have an owner. Our owner his name is Roy Lawson, and he's been involved he's the creator and the guy behind SDS. So he is a developer. And he's been a consultant, slash freelancer for several years. And that's why he has his business. So basically what we're doing is we're reaching out to the network we've created and asking, what do you need that you're not getting now? And we take that information and we try to make a program that is actually going to give people what they're looking for that they're not finding right now.
So, what's your market as far as, you say you have a community that you've developed and you've built up on and everything else. So, I've been applications development for probably about 30 years now. I've got my own development company and,
So we should talk to you then.
Yeah, you probably should. You know, if you want the best of the best of the best, then you should talk to me. But anyway, just to say, I don't have to go out and find people. People generally find me.
They come to you.
They come to me, and the it runs the full gamut of every possible thing you could think of, from e-commerce to dating to whatever. So, for you said that you've already, kind of built this base, and then you kind of know what people are looking for from the development prospect. How do you find all of these people? And is it through blogging, or is it social events, or?
Yeah, it's a good question. It is mostly, I found the best way to find these people is through networking, and it is social events. It's marketing yourself. A lot of the freelance consultants out there, they do a pretty good job marketing themselves, or if they're not, they should definitely talk to us. But through marketing themselves and, getting in contact with the community, you just get to build your connections that way. It's not so much it's part reaching out, but people start coming to you also.
Are you involved with Wave at all?
I think Roy might be. That might be a question for him.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious if you, if that's where, how do you find your development talent?
Well, it's mostly through people we've worked with in the past, because we have this base of, consulting since 2006. So you kind of get to meet a whole lot of people in the community when you're, constantly crossing paths with not just developers, but also businesses. So you keep all those people, you want to stay warm with them and keep them in the loop on what you're doing.
And do you run the full gamut of different development languages, all the way from
Yes.
PHP through Java through Ruby through all of that?
Yeah, we will find what you need.
Now, let me ask you a question. Okay, and I want to keep harping on this topic of finding the talent, but how do you know that you're finding, like you said, the top 15% talent and not the top 15% social guy? The guy who actually is a good schmoozer.
That's a good question. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are very good at schmoozing, and that is definitely an art form and a skill that should not be. It has its uses, so that's a good thing too. But what we really look for is people who have contributed to the tech community. Like, we're looking for people who are publishing, who are maybe publishing open source material. A lot of people who publish for for training, for example. They're great because they know their material so well that they can really explain it to others. And those are the folks we want to work with also, because we're not wanting to find people who can just come in and, sit in a corner and do some coding. We want the true consultants who can come in and be a consultant and, work on a project, but they can also give advice on, future projects and how to do things show other people how to do something better than the way it's being done right then. So the people who are in training, who have published training materials online, that's how we know that those people are, a notch above.
Can you find industry specific people? Like if I'm, say, for example, in the insurance industry and I need a developer that really understands property and casualty or homeowners or auto insurance, can you find me a guy that just is specifically familiar with those types of, with that background?
Yeah, we can, and now it's a matter of when they're available. Availability can be tricky because we can find the guy, and we'll have to see when he can be ready to do something. But typically, a lot of the people that we've worked with in the past, they are industry specific.
Okay, I got 2 more questions for you, Rochelle.
Sure.
First, do you find them, or can they also approach you? Is it a one-way street, or is there somewhere on the website that they can actually, like, let's say the Shogun here wanted to be included in your roster list of talent? Can he send something to you, or is it something that you only discover?
No, he can definitely approach us. I think we'll be getting in touch after we're done with this interview. But we love it if people want to get involved. And typically we do have a vetting process where we want to see the level of involvement in the developing community, not just as a social butterfly, but also somebody who's actually contributing content.
Right.
And what usually works is referrals. We usually get top developers, good developers, hang out with other good developers because they like to be around their peers. So usually we'll have somebody endorse someone else, and then that's how they come through it to us.
Very cool. All right, one last question for you. How do you feel the tech market in Tampa Bay is coming along?
I think it's coming along, and I've heard from several sources that in the next year it should really be booming. So hopefully we're positioned to take advantage of that.
Have you heard based on what?
I'm not sure what they based it on, but I think it's past trends and some metrics, but I don't have anything specific for you.
Very cool. All right, where can we find out some more information about what your company does and then get a hold of you?
Yeah, definitely. Our website is www.sdselite.com.
Okay.
And all of our contacts right there.
All right. Thank you so much, Rochelle. Yep. It's been a pleasure. I want to have you back on again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, yes, and everyone who's out there and may be driving in their car, don't worry about writing down the web address. Like I said, at the end of every show, we go ahead and put on the links on the website, yourpchero.com. All right, we go from having a great interview with Rochelle to now some news about another woman that gets a lot of attention. She was, again, one of the people listed in the Shogun and I's predictions for 2014, and that is, of course, the ever-popular Marissa Mayer. And there's some news already coming that may mean that our prediction is actually coming true faster than we thought. For those who don't remember, a few weeks ago, my prediction for 2014 is that Yahoo is either going to flatline or go down. That all the hype of Marissa Mayer's hiring will have passed, and then reality is going to set in. Sho, you want to tell us a little bit about this story here?
I want to know if she's wearing a swimsuit yet.
Thank you very much.
TV. That's the one thing I want to know.
Thank you very much.
That would
That's
probably raise
helpful.
Hey, it might be.
Uh-huh.
At this point,
yeah,
that might be the best thing she could do for herself. Okay?
Well,
not trying to be sexist here, but probably being very sexist here.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is really, this is kind of what, we expected was going to happen. Yahoo.
Well, first to say what happened. She basically fired 2 top people at Yahoo because things aren't happening. I mean, that's the only way to put it, right? She took a couple of Google people, and this guy was supposed to be, changing the ad revenue, whatever, and it's not happening.
Well, and
results aren't there.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't blame it on one individual. And companies have this really bad habit of starting to, bring out the firing squad and shooting the lower level managers before they realize, I've always been a very strong advocate of, crap starts at the top. Okay. If these guys are failing, it's because she's failing as a leader.
Well, it was her first big hire.
And it's going to be her first big fire.
It is.
And I can tell you something. Yahoo has always suffered from an identity crisis, bro. That's why I call it, it's not Yahoo, it's Yahoo.
Right.
Yeah, who the hell are they? Because nobody pays attention to this. You know, she has not been any more innovative than anybody else at Yahoo's been in the past. I haven't seen any changes in the way that Yahoo functions. I haven't seen any changes in the look. I haven't seen any changes in the email. There is nothing.
I mean, minor things, but nothing that they couldn't do without her.
Alan, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried really hard to like Yahoo. I don't like Yahoo to this day. I still can't use it. It's still unusable to me. It's complete, utter chaos. I don't know very many people who have a @Yahoo account.
I have it, but I use it for junk mail.
Yeah, I mean, how often? Yeah, exactly. You shoot your spam that direction.
Right.
Or if you're worried that somebody's going to spam you, you give them that address. But in terms of using it as a serious conduit for mail, like Gmail or for any of the functional things that they offer there, it's not happening.
No.
It's just really not happening.
Right.
You know, I mean,
all they did was buy Tumblr. That's about it that I could think of that had any impact whatsoever. And we still don't know if that's going to work out for
and
them
it really hasn't, because people still think of Tumblr as a separate entity. They don't think of it as being a Yahoo product or not. You know, and this is the same thing. I mean, you know, this is really where you start seeing the beginning of the end. When they start firing people at the upper level, you know, eventually.
Especially so soon.
Yeah, eventually, a year and a half. Eventually, you run out of people to fire, bro. And then what happens? Then who you go to? Who's the go-to person?
We've seen that over and over again. The first thing you want to do is fire someone to take the blame off themselves. And the bottom line is a lot of people starting to ask, does she even know what she's doing?
You know what, Marissa, break out the bathing suit, baby. That'd be a good distraction.
Thank you.
It'd distract me for about all of 10 minutes.
The opinions of the show are nowhere reflective of the opinion of your PC hero or the host or anybody else.
Yeah, they are. My opinion is the same as everybody else's. They're like, you know, she's pretty. They, you know.
Look, she has some skill. I mean, she was a big tech person over at Google. It's not like she's just a model that ended up being hired.
But there were a lot of other creative brains at Google. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to hire somebody out of Google, don't just pick somebody randomly out of the group of talent that's there. They really hasn't contributed anything to the creative success of Google. And she really didn't do that. I mean, you know, when you look at corporations, if you think of where she was in the Google tier, she was more or less a mid-level person. You know, never really forced to create anything. I think Yahoo thought, well, hey, if we hire her and we could say we got somebody from Google, people are going to pay attention to us again. And she may or may not succeed or do something creative. And, you know, sad news, Alan?
Yeah.
She hasn't.
No. Well, here's the thing. You know, people ask her over and over again, what are your plans for Yahoo? What are you going to do with Yahoo? And mobile. But what does that mean, mobile?
Doesn't mean anything.
She's talking mobile. And the first thing she buys is Tumblr. Why don't you buy one of the really cool mail apps or mail things that are out there? For example, there's a great app that's for the iPhone. It's called Mailbox. Okay? Or Cloud Magic, bro. You've heard me talk about Cloud Magic. And now they have their own email. If you're mobile, why don't you buy a mobile company? Why don't you start to integrate some cool mobile things into Yahoo?
Why did they buy Dropbox?
Right. Something that's mobile.
Something that's really acceptable that people would use.
Right.
I mean, everything that she's bought, nobody uses. Nobody cares.
But even if they use it,
irrelevant.
it doesn't. Even if they use it, look, a lot of people use Tumblr. But what does it have to do with your strategy about what you're trying to do here?
But it's a totally separate product. It's not
totally
something
separate,
that's integrated in the Yahoo. Tumblr was Tumblr before Yahoo ever came along.
I know.
Yahoo is still Yahoo. It's still a floundering, flopping mess.
You know what people don't realize, okay? Yahoo owns a nice chunk of Alibaba, which is the Chinese search engine.
I know what it is.
That's where their money, a lot of the money is coming from. If they didn't have that, they would have been over it.
Bro, if they even advertised that more, you know, as more of an entrepreneurial avenue, I'd be more impressed with them. But until you just said that, I had no clue that Yahoo even owned that.
And that's where a lot of their money's coming from, bro.
Of course.
The only thing that Yahoo, I could say that does decently, and again, even their recent changes now have made it less so. I always
like checks.
Right. I always liked Yahoo Sports and Yahoo Finance. I think are better than Google's versions of both of those things, and they do very well on both of them. They get a lot of traffic.
But you know why? Because Google doesn't care about that, bro. Honestly, that's not their bread and butter.
I'm just saying it's been better. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's
They
really
could care
the
less
email's
about
a disaster.
that. And that's
Everything's
not
a
going to
disaster.
save Yahoo. That is not going to save Yahoo. I hate to say
I'll tell you
it.
what. Unfortunately, it happened before she took over. But what should have happened? Yahoo should have bought Huffington Post, not AOL.
She should have. Yeah.
That would have been a move.
Yeah.
All righty. When we come back from our break, we are going to talk about our pet peeves and our freebie choices of the week. And, of course, the listener email of the week. So stay tuned.
I used to hate getting cuts because the stinky stuff Mom used hurt worse than the cut. But now my mom uses Caricure Skin Protectant and it doesn't sting at all. Mom says that's because it's a water-based liquid bandage and doesn't have any chemicals. I can even swim in the pool and it doesn't come off. I've seen Dad use it on his running blisters and when he cuts himself shaving. He says he likes that it stops bleeding when he cuts himself. You should tell your mom to get Caricure. It's in the first aid aisle at Kroger. Caricure, healing the way nature intended.
All right, people, you love the show and now you want to help and you want to make some money too. You can come to your PC Heroes Rescue. We are hiring, that's right. We are looking for a salesperson. Part-time hours, full-time income, you cannot beat it. What do you think, Sho?
You can't make money any easier than this. I mean, this is like shooting ducks in a barrel here. All you got to do is come on here, get your dulcet tones on the phone, make a couple of phone calls from us, and the next thing you know, you're going to be rolling in barrels of money.
So if you want to apply for a job here with your PC Hero, all you got to do is go to the website, hit the Contact Us button, and let us take care of the rest. YourPCHero.com, come to our rescue.
Is your computer running slower every day? Tried those speed up your PC scams you saw on TV? Do you just need help but don't know who to call or to trust? Well, your PC Hero is here to come to your rescue. Contact your PC Hero by calling 813-793-7462 or emailing us at help@yourpchero.com. That's 813-793-7462 or email at help@yourpchero.com. Your PC Hero to the rescue.
This is your PC Hero, and everyone who listens to my show knows how much I love the little guy, the cool tech startup, the people who are doing fun things on the internet, even offline businesses that are using the internet to promote their stuff. Well, if you have a business or a cool story that you want to talk about on my show, then give me a call at 813-444-3761. That's 813-4401, and you too can be on your PC Hero. How exciting is that?
No more excuses. Get your business online and let your PC Hero come to your rescue with your domain, hosting, and traffic building needs. Your trusted name on the radio is also your only choice for domain registration, website and email hosting, and tools to generate online traffic. Go to yourpchero.biz for more information. That's yourpchero.biz to the rescue of your biz.
Does your business need a website and professional level email, but you do not have the budget for it, or you think you don't? Well, I have the solution for you. KRBWeb.com. That's right, KRBWeb.com. For as low as $6 a month, that's right, $6 a month, you can get website hosting, email with your domain, a free domain name, and it has a built-in website builder, so you don't even need a web designer. So get started, get your business on the internet at KRBWeb.com.
Have a question? Call in. Our numbers are 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340. That's 727-441-3000 or toll free 866-826-1340.
I have a lot of experience with the whole computer thing, emails, sending emails, receiving emails, deleting emails. I could go on.
And I could go on too, baby. I could.
About 20 seconds. About
20 seconds, that's about it.
But again, that's a topic for another show.
That's right.
All right, we got our listener email of the week. And it is from, it's a basic question, but it's a good one. Michelle from Tampa. Do I need to turn off my PC every night? Show? What do you think?
Is it noisy? I mean, does it bug you? Is it in the bedroom? Is it right next to your bed? Do you hear the fans going? Train of thought here. Most people recommend that you do not turn off your computer, that you
Right.
leave it running. Now, I've been in, companies where they've had their computers running nonstop, 5, 6, 7 years, no problems.
Right.
I know people who buy brand new computers, turn them off, turn them on, turn them off, turn them on, and within a week or two,
Right.
the power supply is gone or whatever. So, my explanation for that,
Oh, boy. Here we go.
and this is really a true fact, Alan.
Okay. I'm
is that
listening.
circuits, just like your car engine, cool off and warm up. Mm-hmm. Okay, I bet you didn't know that, did you?
I didn't know that.
Computers put out heat.
I know that.
I don't think you knew that.
I do know that. My
That's
brother.
why they have fans in them,
Thank you very much.
just so you know.
I've put together computers,
You have. I bet you don't put fans in any of yours.
I put super fans in it.
Okay. So anyway, the reason behind that is because circuits heat up and cool down. So if you're leaving your computer on all the time, the circuits are staying at a consistent temperature, which is good for them. Every time you turn your computer on, unless you've got a really good surge protector, you are sending a surge of 120 volts directly into that power supply, which is then being converted to local voltage. Right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? Right.
Yeah.
So, quickie answer.
Oh, there's an answer coming? Because I thought you were just talking about circuits. Go ahead.
That's why I'm intelligent to this day, and you are not, my friend.
No, go ahead.
That's why people
Yeah.
ask me the questions.
All right.
Me
Yes,
the questions,
yes.
okay? Because there's only 3 ways to do things. My way, my
the
way,
ri-
and
and the
my
right
way.
way.
And that is the right way.
Okay,
All
so what's your answer?
So
Should you
anyway,
turn
my
it off?
answer is leave the damn thing on. All right?
Okay. I don't know what that had to do with circuits, but okay.
It had a lot
Michelle,
to do with it.
let me tell you a more reasonable, rational
Don't
response.
listen to him,
okay?
Michelle. He'll blow your computer
Well,
up.
technically, the Shogun is right. I'm going to tell you this. It's
He's
not
always
like,
right.
It's not like the old days, okay, with those big clunker computers. Nowadays, they're pretty much energy efficient, and if you have sleep enabled or whatever, the
I've got
impact
sleep
on your
enabled right
electric
now.
bill.
Michelle, I've got sleep enabled right now.
That's right. The impact for the energy on your house, it's not is almost non-existent. So if you're thinking about saving power, you don't have to bother. If you're thinking about it's better for the computer, there's no difference because, like the Shogun said, you can have one computer turn off every night, the other computer stay on, and you don't even know what's going to happen. So those 2 reasons are never a good reason. I'm going to tell you one reason why I like to keep mine on at night, unless I'm going away for a week or so.
24-hour porn.
Exactly. Because of the Windows updates. Okay? A lot of times the Windows updates are happening in the late at night or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Is that what
the
you call it
default
nowadays?
setting. That's right.
Is that what you call updates nowadays?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Windows updates are actually youporn.com. No. Forget I said that. But seriously, for the updates, I like to keep my computer on so I know that when they are being checked, the computer's actually running and it's actually doing the updates. But there is very little difference. If you manually check the updates, you can turn it off. But I'm telling you, you're not helping the computer and you're not saving that much energy by turning it off. Okay? So there you go, Michelle. Thank you for that question. All righty, now we come to our pet peeves of the week. Even though the Shogun seems like such a pleasant fellow and happy-go-lucky whistling in the park, there are things that upset him just like there are things that upset me. So, Show Baby, what's your pet peeve of the week?
Alan, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm trying to be really sensitive here because, there was recently, an incident at a movie theater here in Florida.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you something. That incident could have probably been avoided, and I'm going to tell you why. Why do people insist on bringing their cell phones to a movie theater or a public venue and then using that cell phone during like a preview or something like that because they automatically assume, well, I don't like the previews, so nobody else wants to watch the previews.
Mm-hmm.
So I can sit here with the bright light on my phone and sit here and just text people. Why?
Right. Because they are selfish people who think the world revolves around themselves and only they matter.
Right. I mean, I can imagine, if you're a mother or a father and you've got kids at home,
right,
and you've left your kids at home and you got to be able to get a hold of the babysitter or whatever, you can have the phone in your pocket, have it on vibrate. If it vibrates, you get up and you go out.
Right.
You don't sit there and continue to do that, play words with friends, all the other stuff that you do because you don't like previews at movies. 2 suggestions. A, don't come to the previews. Come when the movie's already started, in which case I'm still going to kick your butt because I'm going to see your fat head walking down the aisle in front of me when I'm trying to actually watch the movie.
Right.
Or B, take your phone out while the Shogun is sitting behind you.
All right. Bro,
please.
I'm 100% on board with you on this thing. I cannot stand it. The same reason I don't like people talking during the movie. when you sit down and they start playing the previews, shut up.
Yeah,
okay?
the movie there even tells you to shut up.
That's right. They're not telling you that for no reason. It's not all about you. It's not your living room, okay? Nobody's interested in the conversations. Shut the heck up. This is the number one reason why I don't like going to movies. And if there's a movie out there, and I used to love going to movies, bro. I loved it.
It's hard for me now.
If it's a movie out there, like I want to see it like a C, on the level of, the C, not something I'm really dying to see it, I'll wait. I'll wait because of the movie theater experience. So I'm on board with you 100%, bro.
No, I'm serious, bro. And you know what? Let me tell you one last thing before we leave my subject.
Yeah.
And if I'm in your house and I'm watching a movie and you talk, I'm still going to kick your ass.
Okay, there you go.
In your own house.
So don't invite the Shogun to your house to watch the movies anymore.
No.
All right, my pet peeve is also on a rude level as well as yours, and that is rude, arrogant tech companies.
Oh.
Okay, we've talked about the one that we saw at CES last week, Hypershop. There were others that were less rude, but still rude. Just in general, it's, back in the day when we were kids, 150 years ago, all right, the nerds were the ones that got picked on, they got beat up, they had to hide their nerdiness or, sit in the corner or whatever. Now the nerds have taken over the world, and they are maybe more arrogant than the people that they've replaced.
More than movie actors, bro.
It's unbelievable how they've, in some ways, even become bullies. And tech companies in general just think that their S doesn't stink and that they know it all and that, how dare you question them?
Right.
And this just drives me crazy because people, if you have a tech company, you're in the service industry. I don't care what you're doing. You're there to serve people, all right? You need to be a little bit more humble.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Without customers, you have no business.
That's right.
Okay?
Exactly.
And we're customers. We may be tech guys, but we're also customers.
Exactly.
So don't make me come over there.
All right. Well, enough with the negativity. Let's go from the pet peeves of the week to our freebie choices of the week. Show Baby, what's your freebie choice?
My freebie choice of this week is a product called iTap. Okay. And basically what iTap is, it's a mobile remote desktop for Windows, for your iPhone.
All right.
So let's say, for example, you're in the movie theater and you want to check your home alarm system and the Shogun just doesn't happen to be in the same theater that you're in, so you don't have to worry about getting your ass kicked.
Okay.
Right? What you can do is you can go on, you load this little app in there, you can click on that, it automatically connects you to your computer at home, similar to LogMeIn, just a little bit more secure, a little bit more personal, brings you right in your computer. You can also use it if you're a tech guy to access other customers' computers from your mobile device if you're in your car and they're running into an issue, which happens periodically.
I like the fact that it automatically adjusts the bandwidth based on like on the 3G network or whatever. I like that. It's very cool. I'm going to put it on my my wife's iPad because she remote desktops to her work all the time.
Right, and it'll work on as little as 70K of bandwidth and still work fantastically.
That's unbelievable. Yes. That's a great pick. Great pick, Show Baby.
Thank you.
All right, mine is for the younger people out there and the Twitter fanatics. It's called Uber Social, all right? And basically what it is just a Twitter app that does a much, much better job than the official app from Twitter.com or whatever. It's just a better experience, much more user-friendly. It's on the BlackBerry, iPhone, Android, and it's more common sense. Longer messages are nicely formatted. The images are nicely done. It is just really the right way to do a Twitter app. If you like to tweet, download Uber Social. Far better than the official Twitter app.
I am going to download it so I can keep tweeting Kate Upton.
There you go.
And see if she tweets back.
If she tweets back, I'm done with the show. I'm telling you right now. That's it for me. I'm out of here. All right, you and her can sit here and do a love show together.
We will.
All right, well, that's it for this week. Show Baby, thanks again.
Oh, great. Always, man. Great show.
Uh-huh.
Interesting information as always. We're here. Look for me in the movie theater. Don't take your phone out if you see me.
That's
do yourself a favor.
That's right. And Marissa, I'm on your side, but you got to do something good.
Bathing suit, baby. Bathing suit.
We're out.